Hi Aquarius, welcome back. Let's get straight into it. 8 cards for how your relationship will be and any obstacles you'll face. The 5 of Pentacles, the Death card, the 6 of Swords, the High Priestess, the Chariot, the Magician, the 2 of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, starting off with the 5 of Pentacles. This is a card of being left out in the cold, of neglect or uncertainty. I feel like there'll be some periods during your time, during your relationship, Aquarius, where you feel like you are a little bit, I guess, not as important. You don't feel as important as you'd like to feel. I feel like this is you being in the dark about something, you not being sure about where you stand in this relationship. This could be lack of encouragement from your partner, especially initially at first. I'm seeing that perhaps they're not as committed. Now, this could be you, Aquarius. You could be doing this as well. It's not always them. It could absolutely be you, where this other person feels confused or lost, or feels like you're not being completely honest with them, or feels like you're not letting them in entirely, is also what I'm seeing here. So sometimes there is going to be periods for some of you where you feel like you're a little bit neglected, or you're not being let in to this person's thoughts, emotions, stance on this relationship, etc. Because you do have the Death card. And eventually things will transition. I feel like this relationship is going to undergo a lot of shifts. You might meet a lot of milestones, yes, but I also feel like with the Death card, there's lots of changes happening, both internal for yourself, for this other person. I definitely feel it's a new kind of relationship, Aquarius. And for some of you, I'm about to let you know that this relationship could very well finish and then actually come back together. So I feel for some of you with the Death card, this can symbolize an ending. So for some, unfortunately, this relationship will not stand the test of time, and eventually you'll go your separate ways. But I'm seeing an epiphany that may happen afterwards, or possible reconciliation here as well. So for some, I feel like with the Death card, it can bring endings, but it can also bring new beginnings. So for some of you, there's a rebirth. There's a second chance in this relationship. 2 Swords, major reveal, new start, the Chariot. And the second time around with this person could be even more successful than the first time around. But it can also speak of negative ideas, behaviors, things that will end, especially this kind of shutting out behavior. It could absolutely come to an end, Aquarius. So there is light at the end of the tunnel. Don't fret. I just feel that those signifies there's a lot of transition happening, both for yourself and this other person. And with these lessons, you need to be patient, because when these life lessons are intertwined in a relationship, the emotions are heightened and suddenly there's another person involved. So things become more intense or become more enigmatic than they actually are. The 6 of Swords could indicate the two of you will be emotionally improving, going from turbulent, chaotic, unsteady waters to something cool, calm, and promising. I feel like initially in this relationship, it can be a bit of a bumpy road in terms of emotions and compatibility, and when the two of you will become exclusive, etc. But eventually the horizon looks nice and calm, so I think you've got nice things in the future with this person. So to start off with, it might be a little bit rocky, but that's not to say that things won't improve in the future for you. So this is very nice to see. It's also a card of travel and movement and relocation. So for some of you, you will be traveling with this person extensively. I also feel like you're possibly relocating to live with them. And for some of you, this is quite a distance here. So some of you will definitely be considering some serious relocation with the 6 of Swords. What I love, the High Priestess here, this is a prophecy. Everything is supposed to turn out exactly how it is. The High Priestess rules pregnancy as well. So for some of you, this is an unplanned pregnancy. It could be very unexpected. For some of you, this pregnancy could happen after you end the relationship, Aquarius. So say, for example, the two of you might come back together and plan a child or have one unexpectedly. The High Priestess also rules milestones and major things occurring in our destiny, because she rules a prophecy, something life-altering or potentially life-changing. Now, because she's come up in the relationship sphere, it goes without saying that this relationship is no exception. This will also encounter many milestones, and life will change with this person in a really big way for some of you. So not all of you are falling pregnant, not all of you are getting someone pregnant, but it does show that there'll be major milestones that will be met, and a major turn of events that will be met with this person by your side, with the High Priestess. There's also an intuitive ability, so I feel like you're going to grow to the point where you'll intuitively know how this person is feeling or thinking, and there won't be any of this anymore, this feeling shut out, because your spiritualism is actually going to be mastered, Aquarius. So this is quite exciting. The Chariot card, success, growth in emotion, love, astrological compatibility between the two of you. This is a lot of equality here because both these Sphinxes are pulling the effort of the Chariot here, and the Chariot equals greatness. So the two of you have the potential for greatness, but you have to be open to healing, you have to be open to being resilient, and you have to be open to bouncing back and getting back on track again is what I'm seeing. But equal effort will be needed. This is about reciprocity. I don't think that... sometimes I just feel, not that it's priorities, but I feel this person doesn't let you in as much as you'd like, or you don't let them in as much as you like. But if you're on an equal playing field here, Aquarius, which I do eventually see you being on, this could substantially improve for you. But it is falling in love. It is forming a very strong emotional attachment and Cancerian energy here. Emotional bonds, sentimentality, sweetness, becoming very deeply immersed into this person. The Magician card here, instant manifestations. Things coming into this relationship very, very quickly. Offers are on the table very quickly, I feel like, with the Magician. It is quite a positive energy. It's Aries energy, so it's conquest and a challenge. I'm not sure if one of you will feel challenged in some way to achieve love or to achieve a certain goal from this relationship, and this person may be the bridge to this goal here, Aquarius. This could be the case. If this is the case, then there's definitely things eventuating very quickly. Either endings happen very quickly, travel happens very early on into the relationship, possibly a pregnancy happens very early on in the relationship as well. Like I said, this person may be the bridge to your goals in some way, or help you achieve them. But it's a good energy to be in. It's having a naturally things coming in very nicely here. This is the Magician, so things manifesting very nicely, actually. You know, sort of being kept surprised here, in the universe just throwing things at you and this person, and suddenly you're like, okay, I think I'm getting the hang of this. Next thing you know, something else comes in and sort of changes the dynamic of the relationship once again. Because the next card over is the Two of Swords. There's definitely someone that's going to be a little bit more blocked off, a little bit more harder to read, someone that's definitely going to be at a different pace than the other. And it's someone that's maybe not as in tune with the other. So I'm not sure if this is you, Aquarius. It absolutely could be, because you do rule the swords, and sometimes you can be a little bit closed off to commitment. You try and remain open, but I generally think a lot of Aquarians have a lot of options in love. It's just your ability to lure people in and have them very interested in you, but there's only a handful that actually pique your own interest, Aquarius, and I think it's pivotal that you find someone that's able to tick a lot of boxes for you, if not all. And there's nothing wrong with having high standards, but sometimes I feel as though you may close yourself off to someone because they don't have the every little thing that you're after. And I'm seeing that sometimes you'll close yourself off to this person, and I think it's you here, but I could be wrong. But there will be some sort of blocks or delays, and then you will have to take the blindfold off and see this other person's point of view, their perception, and how they're feeling. So it's empathy here that's going to be needed in this relationship. The Queen of Pentacles is here, so this is physical manifestations, possibly partnering up with a person in business, attaining an asset with this person, an investment property, a home, a car, a luxury item, a collector's item with the Queen of Pentacles here. But this is finding stability. So for a lot of you, you're going to find a lot of stability with this person, and they're going to be a part of your day-to-day routine, which I really, really like. I'd say out of all the cards here, your biggest obstacle is empathy, sensitivity maybe, because someone is definitely going to be more dominant in this relationship than the other. And I guess I shouldn't say that, because it's not more about dominance. I guess it's not as much about dominance. It's just more about another person is falling quicker. And the obstacle here is that when another person wants something or falls quicker, they're at a different stage. And sometimes the other's on one frequency and you're on the other, and your signal does not match up because you're going in different directions here, is what I just wanted to mention for some of you. So pacing, I would say. Let's have a look and see what this person is wanting. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune, they're wanting the complete thing. They're wanting surprises, they're wanting love, they're wanting intimacy, they want to feel important, they want to feel lucky. They want to know that the universe has given them you for a reason. So there's substance here. They definitely want someone with substance, which is most certainly you. The Eight of Cups, they are wanting adventure, but they do want something more deeper. They don't want something surface level, Aquarius. So this is where you're really going to have to let down your swords, because you're going to have to reveal your true self. You're going to have to reveal your cards and your heart. This is someone that doesn't want anything artificial, doesn't want anything surface level. This is someone that's definitely wanting a lot of depth. And I just don't know if some of you can handle this, to be honest, because this person is the real deal for some of you. And I'm afraid that commitment for some is going to end quickly because you're not able to offer them stability. King of Pentacles, definitely looking for someone to settle down with. You know, there's pregnancy here, there's stability, you know, assets, money, homes, pregnancy. You know, there's a child in the there's children in the Death card and the Six of Swords. So they're definitely wanting someone to settle down with or to play parent to their children if, you know, there's a blending of families if that needs to happen. But this is what they're wanting. The Nine of Swords, they don't want loneliness, they don't want to be worried, they don't want to have any cause to worry about you, about what you're up to, who you're speaking to, what you're wanting. They definitely want clarity in a situation, and they would appreciate you to be direct in what it is that you're wanting, Aquarius. And I can completely understand when sometimes you're in like 2 or 3 minds about things, because I'm an air sign, so I can completely relate. You know, it's in our nature. We just can't help to be this way inclined. But it can definitely steer certain people away from us that are wanting something very stable, that are searching for a deep and meaningful connection, that do want the whole package, but we're sometimes not able, or we're not at the same stage as this person to offer them what it is that they're wanting. Because they are looking for the real deal. The King of Pentacles, the last king of the deck. Queen of Pentacles down here, King of Pentacles down here. They're wanting an everlasting union. You know, the High Priestess is here, the Death card. There's religious connotations in these cards. So for some, this is someone wanting marriage or remarriage. They're wanting to settle down. This is a cycle. Some of them have already been through this cycle again, but they're willing to, this cycle is in like marriage and children or a very deep and meaningful relationship, but they're wanting it again because they're hopeful that that love is for them and that you're for them. But as I said, you know, the Eight of Cups sitting on top of the Death card, some of you are going to walk away from this person. A second attempt at this relationship might be more successful than the first attempt. And I also feel like, something else I was going to say. I also feel like for some of you, you might have a break in this relationship where you do a bit of soul searching. Maybe you might date other people, see what's really out there, the connections that you have, the potential people out there for you to date, or something like this. You know, you do a bit of soul searching. You're in a quest here, on a self quest, or maybe it's just time to do personal endeavors for yourself, spiritual endeavors for yourself maybe. You know, it could be metaphysical because the Death card brings this mysticism in. But look, I think for some of you, you will take a break from each other. There's this independence here. But then the Wheel of Fortune will bring you back together. So there is a reconciliation happening, absolutely. But for some, it's definitely someone from your past. You've been affiliated before, whether in this life or in a previous life here, Aquarius. So there's definitely familiarity in this relationship for you. So look, I will leave it at that, Aquarius. Thank you so much for watching.